body stretch that's going to help alleviate a lot of our upper body aches and pains, including neck pain, any kind of tension we are feeling up top as a mom, which I find is kind of all the time. So this is a stretch that you're going to want to do every single day, which can sound like a lot, but once you get into the swing of it, it's actually super easy to do. And the more you do it, the more you're going to love it, because you're going to figure out how much better it makes you feel. Now for this stretch, you don't need any materials. The only thing that does really help is to have an open wall behind you. So a wall that doesn't have like photos or anything hanging that you're going to knock off the wall. I'm going to demonstrate it seated, which is not ideal, but I don't know how to film it and make it look right at the moment with me standing. So we're going to do a seated version, and I'm going to explain to you what to do while you stand. First step for the stretch is find an open wall, or you can do it on your floor if you have a nice spot that you can lay on your floor. Either one works great. We need a flat back to help keep us accountable so that we can figure out where our arms are during this stretch. Now, once you have either a wall that you're standing with your back up against, or a floor that you're laying with your back down on it, I want you to stand up really straight. Now your feet can be a little bit forward, usually like 6 inches away from the wall. You're using your feet just to brace yourself, so don't overthink that part. They don't need to touch the wall. They are just there to stabilize you. You keep your legs nice and straight, and then I want your butt touching the wall. I want your upper back up against the wall. And then I want you, this isn't going to be flattering, that's not the point, it's a stretch. So we got butt on the wall, shoulders on the wall. And then I want you to take your chin and kind of bring it backwards. This is where we have like triple chins, and who cares? Who cares? This is to make us feel better. So you're gonna bring your chin back so that your head touches up against the wall. So we've got butt on the wall, shoulders on the wall, and bringing our head back all against the wall. Next, we're gonna bring our arms up. I'm currently holding a baby monitor, so just ignore that. It's part of the fun of being a mom, but I can't figure out how to turn the sound off of it, so I have to hold a button to mute it. So we're just gonna do the stretch with it. Mom, mom life, you improvise a lot. All right, so butt is on the wall, shoulders on the wall, head brought back to the wall. I want you to bring up both arms, and we're gonna put them at a 90. And I want those arms to also touch the wall. I don't have a wall that I'm touching, so I need you to, use the one that you're using in real life. So we're bringing these arms back, and I want the back of your elbow and the back of your wrist to both be touching flush against that wall. For some people, just getting to this neutral point of having wrists against the wall while we're at 90 degrees can be really difficult. Don't push through anything painful. This is a stretch, and anytime you do a stretch, you start with where your comfort level is, and then you slowly work through it. So don't force anything, don't jam anything. We are just slowly working through some kinks. Now, we're gonna bring these arms up, have those elbows and wrists touching the wall. We're keeping our head and our shoulders against the wall. And then I want you to work on raising those arms, and we're trying to keep our both elbows and both wrists flush against the wall as we raise them up. And you're gonna find that this is very challenging. You're gonna want your arms to coast forward. It's where we're more comfortable because we're so stuck forward. The goal of this is to open that chest and bring it backwards so that we're not stuck in that forward posture anymore. So back from the beginning, butt on the wall, shoulders on the wall, head on the wall. Bringing those arms up. We want elbows against the wall, wrists against the wall. Once we get comfortable there, we're slowly working up the wall And we're trying to keep everything touching. And then we work our way back down. If you're doing this on the floor, same concept, just use the floor as your guide. Now we only do these for about 30 seconds because as you keep your arms up, your fingers are going to start to get tingly. You know, we start to lose some of our circulation just holding our arms up in the air like this. So you do them for a few seconds and then we relax. Stretch it out a little bit. Let go of some of the tension we're holding. We all have it. And like I said, this is daily. We need to be doing this daily because we're bending forward. We're picking up toddlers. We're picking up babies. Even if you're not to the baby phase yet, you are likely front heavy if you are in that pregnancy stage to where our entire physics of our body has been shifted. And that weight is just pulling us forward. It's beautiful weight. It's wonderful. You know, I've talked about this in other videos. We love the weight gain because we are growing a whole human, but it's very hard on our body. So we're gonna take a nice deep breath. Do it again. Big breath. And then we're gonna reset and we're gonna do the stretch again. So, butt on the wall, shoulders up against the wall, bring that head back so it's flush against the wall. Then we're gonna bring up those arms, 90 degrees, both sides. Baby monitor, not needed. And we want the back of the elbows and the back of the wrists all touching the wall behind you. Mine is imaginary again, sorry. And then we're gonna raise them up, trying to keep them flush against the wall. And you're gonna find that the more of these you do, the looser your body gets. That's how stretches work. We're slowly working through that tension. Again, we're not forcing anything. We're not pushing through pain. If any of these are causing you pain, then pull back from it. It's like any workout, any stretch, you know, if this doesn't work for you, then it doesn't work for you. But for most people, you know, the majority of the clients I work with, the stretch, you know, is very neutral. Unless you have old clavicle injuries, old shoulder injuries, those can really impede this. But we're working up again. These feel so good. I needed these. I'm starting to sweat, sorry. Mom life. Bring it back down. And then you bring it back. I can already feel my tension starting to loosen just from doing that set twice. So this doesn't have to be a huge time commitment throughout your day. But as with anything, if you only do this once, if you only do it twice, and then you never do it again, it's not going to do you any good. The whole point of this is to have consistency and just think of this as something that's in your back pocket. This is just something you can pull out when you're feeling that tension, when you're feeling that upper back pain, which I find in mom life can be very frequent. So just remember this. You can always refer back to this video so that you remember the steps. But for the most part, no matter where you are, you can pull this off. You can do it without a wall. You can, like I just did. But I find that walls help keep us more accountable because then we can really tell how far forward our wrist is or how far forward our elbow is as we're moving our arms up. It just helps keep you more lined up in that nice angle that we're trying to work with. If you have any questions, throw them in the comments. I'll likely make another video of this where I am standing, but currently in third trimester and just winging it during nap time, this is what I've got to come up with. But this stretch, I have been teaching clients for years, and it doesn't matter. You don't even have to be pregnant. You can just work at a desk job. You can be on your phone a little too much. It's just life has us like hunched and forward. And we all don't want to be those little old ladies in the grocery store that can't stand up. They literally can't at that point. We want to work on that now. Bring it back. Have great posture and, you know, fix problems before they, you know, become actual problems years from now. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, just try to make a consistent routine of doing it. So put a sticky note on your mirror where you brush your teeth so that while you're brushing your teeth, you can even go through the routine. Or put a reminder in your cell phone like 3 times throughout the day. I call these wall angels, so you can just write that on a sticky or write that on your notes. All you have to do is just remember to do them. They take like 30 seconds. It's not gonna mess your day up, and it will make you feel substantially better. So, happy stretching.